saying, nigga, who ain't never had nothing. Hoes used to talk down, bitch, look at me now. Started with a quarter ounce, graduated to a QP9. Nigga really trap out the pounds. Got the same crew for days, ain't had time to change. Poker full of faces, cause I beat up the block. Residue on my scale, line full of clientele. Got them lined up, high strip out the pot. Still the same nigga, who ain't never had nothing. Hoes used to talk down, bitch, look at me now. Started with a quarter ounce, graduated to a QP9. Nigga really trap out the pounds. Got the same crew for days, ain't had time to change. Poker full of faces, cause I beat up the block. Residue on my scale, line full of clientele. Got them lined up, high strip out the pot. Still the same nigga, by the dollar. I ain't never gonna change, I ain't never gonna change. Use a lamb, nigga, deck ride next, man. Cause you see that it get a low change. I been doing thought thing, keeping it low key, nigga. I stay out the way. Every day hustling, tired of the struggling. 24/7, nigga, gotta get paid. Posted at the trap house first and last out. I ain't going home, I remember them days. All night flight, dog, selling out white hard. Money ain't right, I'ma knock out the G. Early in the morning in the mall for some G's. Get fresh for the day, Gotta go flip a pack, dog. Put up some racks, dog. Make that shit back. What I spend on them G's, used to whoop up that white sauce. Come bring that shit back, gotta fuck up the yeast. It's so easy just to drop hard. I can scrape, rock the shit off, flip the 28, skirt, that's a double whoop. 28 to 56, knock at the door, fiends flexing for another hood. Cell phone ring cap, calling for another zip. Weigh it up, bag it up, gotta take another trip. Still the same nigga who ain't never had nothing. Hoes used to talk down, bitch, look at me now. Started with a quarter ounce, graduated to a QP9. Nigga really trap out the pounds. Got the same crew for days, ain't had time to change. Poker full of faces, cause I beat up the block. Residue on my scale, line full of clientele. Got them lined up, high strip out the pot. Still the same nigga who ain't never had nothing. Hoes used to talk down, bitch, look at me now. Started with a quarter ounce, graduated to a QP9. Nigga really trap out the pounds. Got the same crew for days, ain't had time to change. Poker full of faces, cause I beat up the block. Residue on my scale, line full of clientele. Got them lined up, high strip out the pot. Still the same nigga. Bitch, look at me now. Nah, nigga really trap out the pounds. Poker full of faces, cause I beat up the block. Got them lined up, high strip out the pot. Bitch, look at me now. Nah, nigga really trap out the pounds. Poker full of faces, cause I beat up the block.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for tuning in. All watchers, future watchers, I like to ask, how you doing today? It's early. I'm rarely on early. So I'll speak in for the future. I definitely hope you all have a wonderful day. This topic that you all are reading, it came to me fairly early. And the reason it came to me, and as it's obvious, right, is that Negroes have the idea that, hey, well, we've been lied to about everything, so we now have to make up our own lies to combat the lies that were taught to us. This shit is insane. Now, there's a video going around. Someone asked the question. He said, or he asks, he says, why is Osiris considered Egyptian, but the god of corn, when corn is indigenous to America? It's a fair question. Come on, this shit is not funny, but it's fair, right? These people are crazy. It's not funny, but it's fair. If you are currently watching, we only have 2 viewers. Please share this video with someone that you know will be very interested in this specific topic. What I am going to do to open up this conversation is I'm going to start with etymology, and it's the study of the origin of words. It's something that me personally, it's something that I know people overlook. Because again, they say, well, shit, we've been lied to, so I could make up any lie I want. This shit is insane. Now, to start this, I'm going to share this screen. I'm going to open up the controls, and I'll let controls share the screen. So let's see. Let's open up these controls, and let's get some work in. If you are here early with me, you are more than appreciated. Thank you for everything. I don't know why it says our numbers just dropped, but So let's talk about maize. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's not popping up on the screen for some reason. Hold on. Uh, hold up. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with my controls. Hold up. Share screen.
Well,
Maize.
while you doing that,
There
nephew,
we
while
go.
you doing that,
Talk to me.
man, I like the green fire in the background, man. That shit cool.
Oh yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I like that, man.
For
I like
sure, for
that.
sure,
I like that.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and also I'd like to do a promo. Yeah, while my nephew is getting the controls and everything, make sure you go ahead on and cop the book, the Blue Fire and the Green Fire. You heard me? Cop those books. I mean, that's something that you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not
Facts.
going to get that information nowhere else. So y'all go ahead on and cop that book that's written by my Coneen, my nephew, Maku, Wiley Origins. You heard me? Go ahead on and cop that. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all should have got that for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Y'all should have got it for New Year's. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have that and read it with your family members because this is where you're going to get the raw, unadulterated truth that. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So that was the promo for the Gregorian New Year's. You heard me?
Bet that up. Much love. So let me get
That's it.
started now that I have this up. Now, the issue that people are having is English as English speakers, Negro Americans don't know the difference between corn and maize. And the reason they don't know the difference is because they haven't taken the time to actually study the languages of these cultures that they're claiming to study. So maize as a noun, and it existed before the 1550s. But in 1550, Europeans adopted maize as a word and called it the grain of Indian corn. 1580s, of the cereal plant of the grass family that produces it. From Cuban Spanish, maize. From Arawak or Ati, maize. The native name of the plant. In Europe, it was formerly called, in Europe, it was formerly also called turkey corn, like the fowl. This is from mistaken notions of its origin. Now, let's continue. It mentioned corn. So the word corn is a noun, grain. Old English corn, a single seed of a cereal plant. Seeds of cereal plants, generally plants which produce grain, because it says corn, but grain when growing in the field. From Proto-Germanic, cornum, small seed. It's a grain, graino. So the word corn in English can apply to anything or any cereal plant that has a single seed or grows in single seeds. So while C4 corn is maize, we're going to also talk about C3 plants that are considered corn but are now valley based. So now let's talk about it. It says the sense of the old English word was grain with the seed still in, as barley corn. So what people are translating as corn can now be what? Maize, C4, or barley, C3. Now, what do I mean by C4 to C3? These are carbon isotopes. These are how the plants are made up. So if one doesn't know the language of the people and you don't know the cultural foods of the people, then you'll be more inclined to consider barley corn and corn maize when maize and corn are originally two different things. What do you mean? Maize is speaking about what? A specific American type cereal plants. But corn, on the other hand, is dealing with what? A single seed of a cereal plant. This can include barley, wheat, lentils, chickpeas. But again, Negroes who do not study other languages, they only see corn. Now it gets more important, it gets better. And it gets better because these same Negroes are asked, why is corn found in the Bible? And this, again, as I always say, I don't call things I don't say it's dumb questions. I call these questions fair. Now, let's see if I can do heaven, fatness. Let's see. Now, let me show you how smooth I am with this shit. Now, we're looking at the so-called Hebraic language, and where it says plenty, because Elohim, God, is giving plenty of substance. But the word here, or in English, is corn. The Hebrew Strong's is 1715. And 1715 is a masculine noun, which it means corn, wheat, or corn flour. This can be wheat, cereal, grain, or corn. Not one time does it mention maize. And the reason it doesn't mention maize, because unlike Negroes wish to think, maize was not in the Nile Valley. Corn was in the Nile Valley. But what do you mean by corn, Wally Origins? We mean what? Wheat, cereal, or grain. Now here's another dagger. If you read this properly, it says that that God gave us plenty, and then it says of corn. That's English. For this simple reason, to have plenty or a property increase is the same thing as corn. Now, all three of y'all gonna get something that a lot of people did not get. And I want y'all, I need y'all to stay tuned, because I'm gonna show you the dagger. But where I'm gonna show the dagger is gonna be where these Negroes wish they can get the dagger from. Now, are you there with me? You still on here, Paul?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, remember, when somebody say, well, that cost us plenty, right? Or an increase. How do older people in our community say it? It costs an arm and a leg. The proper word for increase or a pile up of food in the hieroglyphs is a fucking arm and leg. But somebody translated it as corn. Let me take you back to Hebrew so you can actually see how these two languages simultaneously explain the same thing.
Right.
See, again, in Hebrew, or so-called Hebrew, the word for grain or corn can also mean to increase. So if we go back to the passage, it says, and plenty of corn. He gave us one, the fatness of the earth, which are the animals, and plenty of corn and wine. So he increased their rations of wheat and barley. But again, I want you to notice that increase, something is high in price. Corn, a pile up, an arm and a leg in the fucking hieroglyphs. But let's not just talk about corn, because we've already established that corn is what? Corn and grain are the same word. It's a single seed of a cereal plant. So barley and wheat, as we've recently just seen, are considered to be corn. and that's in the Bible. But then you see grain, corn. This is not talking about corn. Let me switch over to this hieroglyph dictionary. My hieroglyph dictionary is 2,000 pages, almost 3,000 pages. You niggas not fucking with me. So when we
Right.
talk about corn
Show him, nephew.
or maize, they say what? Corn or hint in a part of a date plant. When is the last fucking time you considered maize to be a date? You don't. Their genetic makeup are different. You have four carbons that make up corn, or excuse me, maize properly, and sugar, and sawgrass. Hint, hint. This is American shit. When you go to Africa, you get wheat, barley, lentils. This is C3. But nobody
This
has
is
done the
why.
work to say, damn, I got to actually study the language of the people to make this shit make sense. So now I'm going to go through all of the sorts that says corn, grain, date, corn, a pile up. A pile up is what? Plenty. To stop up or block, right? Let's continue. Of corn, a wisp or bush of corn, shoot of ear of corn. But what the fuck is corn? Any cereal plant. So when somebody asks, well, Osiris, hard sandstone, corn, rubber. So when you see corn and you say, well, he must be from America, you don't study the glyphs for real. You niggas don't study the Nile Valley for real. Because had you studied it, you say, damn, honestly, there is no word for what we consider corn in the hieroglyphs. So we're talking about maize. But when you study the glyphs and you see the overseer of Barnes, which I don't even want to pronounce it for you because now you niggas gonna start taking it. But you see this little glyph right here. Ironically, this glyph symbolizing land eventually grows into this glyph here, which gives you gold. So the overseer of the land can also be the same as the overseer of the two gold houses. But how do you get plural in the hieroglyphs? Anybody? You get dots behind the word or lines symbolizing that there is more than one. So you can translate the word born into corn because you're an English speaker. Or you can translate mas, a tax, to corn being received as payment. But when they're talking about corn, again, they are mentioning any plant that comes in a cerealed grain. That's my definition. I've read that definition. So let's get back to the glyphs. An ear of corn. So a Negro say, well, a European translated into an ear of corn, so it must be maize. Chientamo, greetings. How you doing today? Good sunrise. Blessings to everybody, anybody who's still listening. So my whole point of this, watch this. Here we go. More. Another plant. Another plant that people would say, well, corn. English speakers. Asar had nothing to do with the West. What do you mean? In the hieroglyphs, it mentions the West. It mentions Amenti. Had you niggas studied the hieroglyphs perfectly, you would know that Amenti isn't a physical place. So when they said that the soul would return or would go to the West, they were speaking on how light beings or how light travels from the east to the west. This is why Osiris was sitting on the fucking throne in the east, because he was worshipful master. But you niggas are afraid of the Masonic Lodge, so you won't know. You will never know. You combat lies with lies. One moment. So let me pull this up real quick. Give me 1 moment. I'm going to show you all what people won't teach you and why shit like this be hard for a nigga like me. Let's see. And we can do C4 and C3. So in the hieroglyphs, when they mention what's the grain? Let me go back to it. What is it? Sorghum? How do you where is it? It's somewhere up here that's gonna give the dagger. So in this hieroglyph right here, which is what we're looking at, people will say, well, damn, it says corn, but this is a C4 type plant, which isn't American, but mentioned in the glyphs. So let's talk about it. Let's look at it. Why is it considered a grain-like plant? Or a corn-like or maize-like plant? This is a picture of it. Now, the issue that Negroes usually have is, as Unc like to call it, lookology. And the problem that they have is they'll look at something and say, well, that's what it is because it looked like it. But not once have they actually went and done the work to say, damn, this is what's actually going on. So let's talk about what's actually going on. Let me drop this picture for you real quick. Negroes would like to consider this to be maize. But why do they consider it to be maize? Because it's corn. It's a cereal grain plant. But do these same people, I want you to think about this. Do these same people ever show you what was really being looked at? This is what that was. Let me show you now. Dagger. See, I can take you in the hieroglyphs and read it to you and show you the words and the things they are actually talking about, because I studied this shit for a decade. I've been there. I've done it. So while this plant may be confused with maize because it's in the same family, it's not maize. However, maize and other plants are considered to be corn because they're grains. Now let's look at these different different C4 types of plants. You have sugarcane. So we're talking about genetic structure. We're talking about how plants are made up. We're talking botany. But how could sugarcane be? It's in the family. Now let's talk about C3 type plants or C3 style plants. Let's go. Let's actually properly educate ourselves instead of hopping on the internet and regurgitating some shit a nigga said because he got followers. Silly shit. So C3, let me look up C3. We got C3 types grass, no C3 type of grains. Let me see if I can pull up C3 grains. Let me see. Here we go. Let's talk about it. So C3 and C4 photosynthesis, implications for crop production. Let's see. Now, even on the general screen, let's go over the general screen. It says C3 and C4 carbon fixation are two different pathways by which plants convert carbon dioxide from the atmosphere into organic compounds. So again, in order to understand what's going on, one has to truly be able to study these different plants. So Asar has to be the god of America because the hieroglyphs mention maize or mention corn, but never does the hieroglyphs mention maize. How can I prove this? Let's actually fucking prove it. We typed in corn, corn comes up. We're going to type in maize. And I want to see if maize come up in its 2,500 pages. We doing this live, so if anybody can say, well, this nigga's wrong, he's wrong. Maize is not coming up. And the reason maize is not coming up is because the people that translated the hieroglyphs or the Suf script, you niggas, the Suf properly into English, they knew maize and corn was two different things. Or they knew maize was a part of the corn family, but maize and corn aren't the same thing. So as they translated it, they gave you the different types of plants that were considered corn by English speakers, but were other things like sorghum, lentils, chickpeas, wheat, barley, all of these different forms of corn or cereal type plants are still of the family of carbon 2 or carbon dioxide 2 plants. So there's a family, but maize isn't there. And if we continue to allow the if we continue to let these or allow these niggas to teach bullshit, the masses will continue to be deceived. I challenge the person that made the video not to a debate, but to have an actual conversation with me and actual people that I know from the Nile Valley. And I want them to explain their theories based off how the white man lied to me. So I'm going to create my own fucking lies, is what happened. They lied about everything. So America is Egypt. They lied about everything. So America is Israel. They lied about everything. So America is Sumeria. And if I ask any one of you niggas, have you learned the language of the Egyptians, the Sumerians, or the Israelites? Nah, I don't know the language. That's why you know shit about, that's why you don't know shit about this land. That's why you don't know shit about your own family. See, my teaching session is over. I'm done teaching. I did my 25 minutes. You niggas is ignorant. Somebody really need to get rid of you niggas. And what I mean by that is on GTA. Because I'm sick of hopping on and seeing people share dumb shit. I'm not talking to children. I'm talking to 30, 35, 40-year-old men. You will get your ass on the internet and say that America is Egypt. I dare you to teach that shit to your child and send them to the same crackers that you said miseducated you, and watch your child get a proper education. See, I'm going to tell you what also happened. You niggas weren't just miseducated. Y'all didn't pay attention in class. This is why y'all say, well, they never taught us this. Them people definitely taught you that shit. But you were so busy chasing ass in school, you wasn't focused on the classwork. Now you a 30-year-old fucking adult, 40-year-old fucking adult, and your life just passed you by. So in order to make up for the shit that you missed, you have to start creating new shit like you used to do in school. When you used to start rumors about people. Like you used to do in the hood. When you used to start shit. Your life is boring. That's why the person just left, because I was talking directly to them. Stop following people that do this for real and start posting dumb shit. Because a nigga like me gonna correct you every time. Every time. This shit is about what feels good. It's no longer about what's right and what's wrong. It's about my perception. I perceive it to be this way, so it must be this way. I took it this way, so it must be that. This is clown shit. Why do I
Right.
call it clown shit? Because when the facts of the matter are in your face, when the facts of the matter are in your face, let me share this one. Let me keep going. When the facts of the matter are in your face, you niggas tend to close your eyes. What also, being that Negroes barely speak the English that they think they speak, ignoring the facts of the matter means that you're ignorant. Ignorant is the state of ignoring. So if I call you ignorant, I'm not saying you're fucking dumb. I'm saying you're ignoring the facts of the matter. The fact of the matter is maize is originally American. Corn can be any style cereal plant. Corn in the hieroglyphs, in Hebrew, or what they consider Hebrew, they say, well, it's in the Hebrew Bible. It's not in the Hebrew Bible. The word that's actually mentioned isn't corn. So let's go and see that the word again is not, that's mentioned, is not corn. Where are we? 20, what I say, 27? 27. Where am I? Hold up. 28. 29. Let's go. Let's see if I can. 29. 29. Let's see. Perfect. So it's 28. Now, where the fuck is corn when we look up Hebrew Strong 1715? Where is maize? Excuse me. Where is maize? You don't find maize. In the hieroglyphs, you don't find maize. But these niggas will tell you, hey, Osiris is the god of maize, a god of corn, because they say corn in the hieroglyphs. You niggas is dumb. You don't read the language. That's why y'all hate me, because I'll actually ask you, give me a sentence. Show me a text, an Egyptian text, a Nubian text, a Nuwabi text, a Nobi text, a Nukada text. I'm going to start taking the language deeper because you niggas don't fucking know. But you will hop on the internet and mislead thousands. You will mislead thousands because you don't know. And niggas and people hear my voice and be like, he's fucking tripping. I love the people. We do this shit for real. Just to see you fuck niggas get on the internet and mislead them. You niggas couldn't stand around me. I punch you in your mouth. You knowingly mislead the people. You niggas is bitches. You do this for the money. And I can't even just simply be mad at them. What about the dumbasses that continue to follow niggas like that? What about them? For a nigga who skipped fucking Spanish class, you niggas skip Spanish and then want to say, well, corn. You dumb fucks. Had you stayed in fucking Spanish class, you'd known that they adopted the word maize from the Arawak people, those that were specifically in IT. But you niggas ain't know that, dude. Maize has only been around about 10,000 years. The story of Osiris is older than 10,000 years. Maize has only been around for about 10,000 years. So how the fuck could it be the food of the gods? Catch me on Sunday when I break it down for the niggas. There's not a nigga on the internet that can find maize in the glyphs. Nobody on the internet hieroglyphic dictionary, is as deep and as detailed as mine. And I've had this for over 10 years. I had this, this came out in, I think Vegas dropped this in 13. I think this was like 2013. So it's almost been about 12 years. This is why I take it so serious. Because while everybody started studying this shit during COVID, I was studying this shit in high school. I graduated 2014. So when I was in high school, the shit that niggas is teaching on the internet, I used to troll my teachers with. America is Egypt. No, it's not. Corn mentioned in the Bible and corn mentioned in the hieroglyphs. So that must be the land of America, or what the Bible, the biblical land must be the Americas. I was teaching this shit when I was a teenager. And then when my teacher finally said, Lanier, you starting to convince me, I laughed and broke down exactly how I was able to convince my own fucking teacher. It's words. Corn is mentioned in the Bible. The first thing a nigga gonna do is go pick up their fucking English Bible. Corn is mentioned in the hieroglyphs. The first thing a nigga is gonna do is what? Go grab a hieroglyphic dictionary that only translates words in English. Not once have any of these Negroes that said maize is mentioned in the Bible or mentioned in the text ever show you the text. They only talk to you. They don't show you no work. Remember, you was in math class and your teacher said, show your work. It's the reason you got to show your work. Because these niggas just regurgitate shit and don't actually show you anything of substance. They don't explain to you what these words actually mean. But since they got followers, they can post some shit and it gets the fuck around. And it's people like you all who are listening that don't share people's shit. Y'all don't share the real shit. So now bullshit get around, and then you need a way to combat the bullshit. It's your fault too. Everybody's at fault for the dumb shit that's going on in these different communities. But why? Why am I so upset? Because it's these internet niggas that claim to be indigenous, claim America is Egypt, that's gonna fuck it up for us that do this shit for real. And then we're gonna have to start denying these niggas food because of the situations they're putting us in. Nah, you can't join. What you mean I can't join? I'm indigenous. Fuck that. You talking about America is Egypt, you gonna fuck up everything we've been building for decades. Because you haven't taken the fucking time to be a true student. You haven't taken the time to search and study these things, not by yourself, but even in a group. Because you say, well, I've been lied to. I ain't lying. Maize is a corn. It's a grain. But so is barley and wheat. But a nigga that don't read the glyphs will say, well, it say corn, it gotta be talking about maize. Please stay away from these niggas. If you gotta block them, block them. But stay away from this ignorant shit. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it at all. Because I know niggas will share some shit just to get a like. I know niggas will mislead the masses just to get a like. They'll say, well, nah, maize is mentioned in the Bible. Tell the fuck niggas to show you. Maize is mentioned in the Bible or in the hieroglyphs. Tell them fuck niggas to show you. Tell them fuck niggas to show you. They can't show you. What they're gonna go back to, and I've had this conversation with plenty of people. They're going to go back to the English word corn. And as I explained to someone, I say, grain and corn, the same word. They say, no, it's not. I say, bro, in the word grain, you literally have corn. You say grain. It's English. Properly, granule, grain, corn, grain. The sense of the old English word was grain with a seed still in, as barley, corn, rather than a particular plant. Locally understood to denote the leading crop of a district. Hint, hint. It has been restricted to the indigenous maize in America. Who restricted it? English fucking speakers. Because it says 1600 originally Indian corn. But it was usually speaking about oats, rye, wheat. As Cuz said, kernels. It's speaking about kernels. So maize is a kernel style plant. You have other kernel style plants, but Negroes want to simplify it to make every grain maize. These niggas are fucking insane. I'm not rocking with it. The floor is open. If y'all want to add to it, y'all can. If anybody want to join, if anybody here got a voice or want to defend the fuck shit, I'm free all day. So I'm gonna drop the link in the comments. Any one of you niggas could hop on. I'ma crush you. Cause I'm definitely in that mood today. I'ma crush you. So it's in the chat. Anybody want to hop on? Come get this word. Come get this word. I'm finna show you niggas. And to make it even better, you niggas better have the word maize in your indigenous American language, because it wasn't maize for everybody. So you niggas better have it. And when you have it, I got more questions. Because I am pissed. I am pissed. A nigga dropped. So you knew I was talking to you. That's why he dropped. I'm on that ass. Anybody want to join? Anybody, please click that and come in. I'm going to show you something. Y'all not fucking with me, bro. You niggas is not on my level. None of you is on my fucking level. I literally make y'all feel like y'all can do it. That's just the Virgo in me. I want to make it seem like it's an even playing field. Fucking barley. Not fucking maize. Not maize. Not maize. But barley. Now I have a question. Y'all ready for this question? Why does equi means ancestor, but you can find this also in this language? What was the unification, or what was the unifying principle between the people in the Southeast and the so-called Egyptians? Why would they consider the Eastern land to be a mound? See, if I actually give you niggas the answer, y'all gonna start calling Egypt America. Y'all gonna change the story. More barley, right?
Nephew, what they fail to realize is in the Biblios Helios text, they tell you they're going to separate the wheat from the barley. You know, they don't understand that.
They don't understand that these are families that split off. This shit like humans. These foods or plants are nothing but families that eventually broke off into their own groups. So
But you know
when
where they got
niggas
that
say,
but you
go
know
ahead,
where they got that
pardon me.
misinformation from, though. You know where they got that misinformation from? They got that from When Rocks Cry Out by Horace Butler, because he said, "Oh, the Bible speaks about corn, so that means corn is indigenous to the Americas because they didn't have no corn in Egypt." They got that from Horace Butler, a Christian.
And them niggas is Christians. Them niggas is really Christians. Here we go again. Grain. But what do we compare this to? You then compare it to this word grain, and you figure out that this grain is speaking about grain that's planted, because this determinative, which is some say ta, right? Ta, land. This determinative is signifying that this grain is in the land, right? As opposed to simply being grain, right? They're determinatives, right? An ear of corn, an ear of corn. Is this corn or is it maize? See what I did there? Is this corn or is this maize? Now, here's the dagger. When you notice this here, because it says Shemesh, is there not a deity named Shemesh in Sumeria that dealt with growth? But everybody's focused on simply the word corn. They're not worried about maize. They're not worried about what actually is. Let's see. And I'm going to show you his again more daggers. This shit is too easy to me. I want you to notice that for these 6 months, it can be Shaf Bati, which would be the 6 months. You have the Shuf or Shuf Ba, right? So in M34, you still have this symbol here, which is, again, it's used to signify a specific plant. But you see the land behind it, signifying that this plant is somewhere during a certain time period. Everywhere you follow this, you will find it. So I gave you the answer, which I shouldn't. A plant. A plant. A plant. But it says of uncertain of M34. A festival. I'm gonna show you again what M34 is. But grain, picha bread, picha beer. This is wheat, barley. This is how they were making their beers. This shit is in their language. But again, the one thing you will not find is maize. Any questions about this? Anybody? Any questions? I'm gonna cut this and come back, or I'll probably do a free bill right after this shit. But I'm not for the fuckery. For Negroes to hop on the net and lie to the people, all that does is show me that they don't give a fuck about y'all, bro. Eventually, this video gonna pop. This shit gonna jump. Watch what I tell you. It's gonna jump. Because niggas seen the title and like, oh shit, bruh finna talk about America being Egypt. Bullshit, is not. These niggas done got so buffoonerish with the shit. They now say America is the first Egypt. So it's not just Egypt anymore. It's the first Egypt. Well, what is Egypt? Well, Egypt is the type of culture. You niggas is fucking dumb. Everybody don't have the same culture. Everybody don't have the same building type. But since niggas say there are pyramid-like mounds in the Americas, So they must have went over there and taught the Egyptians how to fucking build. But don't you notice when I say, well, what about the pyramids in Zimbabwe? I ain't know it was pyramids in Zimbabwe. What about the pyramids in Nigeria? I ain't know it was pyramids in Nigeria. What about the pyramids in Somalia, in Sudan, in Ethiopia, in Eritrea? What about them in Uganda? See, niggas don't study pyramid building. That's why niggas can't build one. Because the people that built them are still building them. But the world isn't privy to it. Why? Because they can't fucking go down there like they want to. They're gonna die. The United States government already, they put this shit out in 1993, that if any one of you niggas get caught on east side of Africa, they're not coming to get you. This is why they don't send nobody over there to do no research. My theory is the niggas that teach that America is Egypt are actually Africans. They know nothing about American history, or and I take that with a grain of maize. You niggas know nothing about American history or indigenous American history. So the first thing you do, or anthropology, biology, archaeobiology, you don't know nothing about it. So you run to the Bible. You niggas is Christians. You know nothing about it. So you go in your conscience bag that you niggas was in before COVID. And then you add it to the shit you learned about the Americas. You niggas is clowns. I'll never be like, I don't want to be like our head but one of you fuck niggas. I don't like y'all. If you hop on here talking about America's Egypt, I don't like you. So what you gonna do about it? I don't like you niggas. If y'all was in my presence, I'll tell you straight up. I don't like you. And you ain't gonna do shit about it. I'll fuck you up. Because that's where it's gonna have to go in order to make people stop teaching this shit. The true indigenous people gonna have to get on their ass. Collectively, not one fucking person. Everybody get on their ass. Everybody notate who's teaching this shit. So when they come to your fucking tribe, you can say, hey, yo, boy, remember me from fucking Instagram? Ain't you said this? These same niggas that get mad at their grandmothers for being Christian. I know when I ask niggas, you did your genealogy, I don't even talk to my family. They just all Christian. You stupid as fuck. You are no different. You believe America is Egypt and you'll use the Bible to try to prove it? You niggas is dumb. The Bible's fake. Jesus is fake. Abraham is fake. Moses is fake. But we're going to use the Bible to say that America is Egypt. Adam is fake. Mary is fake. Mary is fake. John the Baptist is fake. But we're going to take the Bible and say, nah, America, Egypt, because it says so in the Bible. You niggas is fucking Christians. They are so afraid to let that shit go. That's why they stuck with it. We dealing with niggas that got scared of COVID. When the rest of us was like, we been talking about this shit. We been saying this was gonna happen. Hey, you save your money? Yeah, I saved my bread. Shit, hey, boy, you know how to scam? I know how to scam. Oh, shit, boy, everybody finna eat then. But you niggas that ain't have shit, you niggas was the ones that was scared. So in order to combat the fear, you say, damn, I was talking this, I'm African shit, but I ain't got no funds. Because if I go back to Africa, I'm going to be a poor fuck. So I got to say I'm American, but I'm going to use African shit to prove that I'm American. You niggas is dumb. You niggas will get a DNA test of somebody and say, oh, look, this DNA test say he Asian. If you niggas go take that same DNA test, that bitch say you got African ancestry, you niggas will rip it up and say it's a lie. They lied to me. You say niggas say, no, I'm not taking no DNA test. But here say he Asian. I mean, he Asian. 30, 40-year-old, 50-year-old, ignorant ass children. You niggas couldn't sit in my classroom. I can tell by you niggas Instagram names. Niggas names be Tahuti, Shy, Mayan, Aztec, Lenape. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? You ask a nigga, what's your family clan? What's your clan? I don't subscribe to clans or any religions. What the fuck? How did this motherfucker just equate the clan to religion? These are the niggas we dealing with. And hey, listen, man. Niggas got robbed by Santa Claus. This is literally what happened. Niggas got robbed by Santa Claus. You niggas got robbed by Santa Claus. Cause the nigga tell you quick, hey, the white man lied to us. All right, so what's your proof? The proof these niggas gonna use is another fucking white man. This shit is beyond me. They lied to us. And you say, well, the Smithsonian lied. But then you'll go to the Smithsonian and say, oh, look, they telling the truth right here. Nah, they lied. I thought they lied. But now they telling the truth on this. So when they talk about the Grand Canyon and they say, nah, we never, that shit is fugazi. Nah, they lying. The Grand Canyon, that's really Egypt. Can you prove to me that that's Egypt? Yeah, they got a temple of Ra. Perfect. Who named that the temple of Ra? You're going to take me back to a Caucasian. Who named that the temple of Aset or Isis? You're going to name a Caucasian. So these same niggas that tell you they've been lied to, go right back to the motherfuckers that lied to them to try to say, well, this is what it is. A nigga that thought maize and corn was the same word will tell you that America is Egypt. These niggas is fucking insane. These niggas are fucking insane. Now let me step out in the sun so I can let the energy out. If I sit in the patio, the energy ain't gonna do nothing but continue to surround me. So I asked this question a couple weeks ago. By what criteria should we judge these teachers on the internet? By what criteria should we judge these teachers on the internet? And number one is not fucking followers. Anybody can have followers. What do you teach that's actually factual information? How can you present it to the people in a liberating manner? Most people don't want true liberation. Greetings, auntie. Most people don't want to be liberated. They want to be in chains. They don't want to think for themselves. This is why they regurgitate shit that is said back to them. They don't go do their own fucking work. So this is why you can listen to a guy on the internet and say, damn, I know exactly where he got that from. They don't do their own work. Should we require men and women that teach on the internet to actually have their families together? Should we require these men that claim to be leaders to have a woman by their side? How the fuck you gonna lead a nation and can't no woman trust you? How can you lead people to the promised land and can't no woman trust you? Should we deal with niggas that involve the Bible into their daily life? Hitiampuli. Should we test these niggas? And what mode should we as real indigenous Americans test? Should we together as a group and say, you know what, we gonna create a group and our group gonna be called pseudo killers. And anytime some pseudo shit pop up, if it's on our super pseudo list, we all gonna hop on the post and make a motherfucker take it down. Y'all don't think this shit is serious. This is why y'all laugh at this shit. I don't laugh at it. Because it could have been one of y'all that got caught up in this America's Egypt shit. And then in 5 years, when everybody done moved along onto some other shit, you'll be trying to come around, try. I wanted to do it 5 years ago, but I was studying this. You were studying bullshit. I have to get this off my chest. Anybody that's calling America Egypt, anybody that's calling America Egypt, anybody that speaks on Queen Mu got the story from Augustus Le Plongeon. So you say the white man lied to you, and you run to a cracker that's literally from Europe. He's from Europe. And in his book, Queen Mu and the Egyptian Sphinx, none of you niggas read it. I got it. I know y'all didn't read it. He said on our way to Mexico, we should be able to pass by Lemuria, which is Atlantis in the Atlantic Ocean. You dumb niggas didn't even know Lemuria and Atlantis was considered one and the same. Y'all ain't know that. But y'all be quoting this Queen Mu shit. You didn't know that. And you didn't know that when he died, his student separated Lemuria and Atlantis and wrote his own book about Atlantis and then Lemuria being in the West. Y'all don't even study the people that created this bullshit. But they lied to you? You niggas lying to yourselves. That's what's really going on. You niggas wake up in the morning, y'all don't even brush y'all fucking mouth and hop on the internet and go to posting stupid shit. Y'all post shit that y'all wouldn't send y'all children to school saying. I got a 12-year-old cousin that'll kick y'all ass in a debate. I have a 12-year-old cousin that'll kick the average Black American man, Negro American, copper-toned, indigenous, aborigine, Lenape, Shai, Muskogee, Yamasi, Wale of the Washita tribe. She would kick his ass all around the internet. But why? Because you niggas are now being educated by crackers for real. Now you're actually being miseducated. Before, you niggas was going to class, y'all wasn't paying attention. You didn't want to be in school. Now as an adult, you niggas ain't working. You niggas got all this time to fucking study, and you study some dumb shit. You study some shit that's gonna put you right back where your family was. You done went back decades teaching this shit. This shit that was being taught in the 80s and 90s. Why was it being taught in the 80s and 90s? Because there was a certain group of elite or a certain group of master teachers that knew niggas was indigenous to it. Their mothers were indigenous to America or to the Americas. Many of their fathers, peace, what's going on? Many of their fathers came from the West. So eventually in the ancient world, there were unifications between indigenous Americans, indigenous Africans, indigenous Europeans, indigenous Asians, bitches from Polynesia, South America, everywhere. This is the ancient world. But niggas will use modern names, modern shit, to describe something older than the people that have recently named it. Think about that. If your grandmother is 100 years old, and I come along and give your grandma a new name, and you start calling your grandma by that name, and then you teach your children that that's your grandma's name, and they teach their children that that's your grandma's name, and they teach their children, and they teach their children, and they teach their children, and then one of them come back to me and say, hey, so what's my grandma's real name? All of you fuck niggas got it from me. This is what the crackers did to y'all. This is why y'all don't read books. Y'all to say, well, the white man lied to me and don't own no books because niggas ain't writing books. But when a nigga like me write a book, you fuck niggas ignore me. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you in the book, this might not deal with you, but it's somebody that you know that this deals directly with. Give them the book or help them. You know why my shit not for you niggas? Y'all not this. Had you really been indigenous Americans, you would have stripped away everything that had nothing to do with you being American. Had you really been Yamasi, had you really been Wale, had you really been Shatta, had you really been Muskogee, had you really been Lenape, you would have stripped away everything that was not that. Instead of stripping away your old self, what you all have actually done was piled on shit, on top of shit that's been drying in the fucking sun for years. And you wonder why you come around me and I can smell the fucking shit coming out of your pores. You stink. The shit got out of hand to the point where I say, Ma, America is Egypt. My mama say, which one? And bust out laughing. Like this shit. Cause she's literally been sitting there like, what the fuck is wrong with these niggas? My auntie's in the comments. I said, Auntie, well, somebody who said America is Egypt trying to enroll. She say, no, the hell they ain't. Not here. Cause we know better. You niggas don't know. That's why y'all hop on the internet and need somebody to confirm the shit you saying. And the only person gonna confirm it is a cracker. But remember, they miseducated you. Anybody that came in late, y'all came into the rant, walk this video all the way back and listen to the 30-minute mark. Anything after the 30-minute mark is fuck them people. If you're not trying to hear me say fuck them people 30 times, go back and listen from the beginning to the 30-minute mark. That's the real information. In there, you get me showing that maize isn't in the Bible. Maize isn't in the hieroglyphs. What people see is the word corn. Corn is any grain plant. Barley, wheat, right? What's the other one? Surgram, however you say the shit, whatever. But we're not gonna continue to let these niggas lie. We're either gonna block them or we're gonna smash on them. One or the other. We're either gonna block them or start smashing on them. Nobody wanted to join. I don't know why y'all don't want to join. I hope it's not my energy, but it's still but yeah, that link's still right there for any one of you niggas that want to come on and defend some fuck shit. Or if you want to come on and just sit up here with us and laugh, click that right there and just come up here and join. I ain't complaining. I'm booling. Nigga pay $80 for this shit every month. So guess what? I'm on this bitch every day. Crazy ass people. Fuck wrong with these people, man. So, America is Egypt. America is Egypt. So when is you niggas gonna have a fucking Zed Fest? When are you niggas are gonna have the 6-month harvest? Why don't you niggas dress as Egyptians? Why don't you niggas paint yourself green? Why don't y'all paint yourself blue? Why don't y'all dress up as Egyptians? Because that's not what you want for real. You niggas really want to be American. You want to have the information, but you don't have no fucking information. You don't have it. Peace, Reese. Welcome to the chat. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? I just now seen it. I'm just now waking up to it.
Do you have any questions about the topic, or you just came to sit up here? You came to sit, you good, but I'm just asking.
I'm just sitting. I ain't hear the topic at first.
All right, so topic: Osiris or Asar is the corn god of America. Simply put, somebody say, well, corn is mentioned in the hieroglyphs. He's wrong. Well, he's right and wrong. He's right because corn is English. So if you translate it into English, you're going to say corn, but they're not talking about maize. This is the misconception that niggas have. I just went through the hieroglyphs and named over 7 different styles of what was considered corn, and not once does it mention maize. Same thing with the Bible. Went through plenty of concepts of how it mentions corn, but it never mentions maize. So what is corn? Corn is a what? Is a seeded style plant or a grain style plant. So it can be anything that looks grainy, right? It comes in C4 and it comes in C3. Did you know that sugar cane is considered to be corn?
I didn't even know that.
Dagger. So these people, if they actually study botany, if they actually study plant-human relations and interactions, they'll find out how a C3 plant comes from a carbon isotope or come from carbon dioxide too. This is some shit that's releasing gas. But the stronger it gets, the stronger the gas it begins to release. But the harder it starts to become. Does anyone not know why maize has more fiber than certain things, certain C4, C3 type plants?
You just explained it. It goes from a carbon dioxide to a carbohydrate.
I just thank you, cuz I just wanted to see if anybody caught it. You on the phone with me, so you gonna get it. You gonna. So nobody actually understand how this works. Nobody understand how this works. This is exactly why when I do the build on Podem page, I have to add that first 30 minutes I did. I can break it down to 5 minutes and run through it real quick and add it to my presentation. Why did maize fuck up the real niggas? All these niggas whose teeth is out of place at the bottom, a nigga tooth look like it's in the middle of their fucking mouth. These are real fucking corn eaters. What did that gas as you chewing the corn do to your teeth? What did the fibers begin to do to your gum line? Why is your jaw so weak that your teeth is fucking wiggling in your mouth? You niggas not Wale for real, man. Niggas only Wale because they read about it. You fuck niggas is corn eaters. Daily corn eaters. Not ceremonial corn eaters. You niggas is daily corn eaters. How do I know? Because 80% of the American diet is made up of fucking corn. Name something that you eat right now and ain't got no corn in it. And when I say corn, I'm speaking like you American niggas. Name something that you eat today that doesn't have maize. See, the same food they feed their fucking animals, which doesn't actually nourish the animals. If fucking cows eat corn all the fucking time, they're gonna die. They're gonna die. So when the Wale started eating corn all the time, what started to happen? They started to fucking die. So if you niggas call it America the land of the Bible because you see the word corn, you don't see maize, but you see corn, Wale could easily shut that shit down. Because we know when maize first got to the Southeast in abundance. We know when it first got there. We know what towns it traveled to. And we know how people finally, after thousands of years, said, fuck it, we'll start eating that shit. Niggas know nothing about maize. Said my mother said corn is a starch. Then it says you can't digest it. That facts. Watch this. Pa, correct me if I'm wrong. Mutt, correct me if I'm wrong. Did niggas not make clothes out of maize? Maize is so tough. Women could get the fibers out that bitch and stitch you a fucking dress. Stitch you a breast cloth. Stitch you some fucking, man, what? People don't, this shit, oh my God. People are so lost. Not you, Ayla, not the commenter. But those who don't know the shit she's talking about. But these same niggas will tell you America's Egypt. Shit is beyond me. Any other topics that anybody would like to touch? If you're in a comment, drop a topic. I'll go ahead and take off on it. I'm about to roll up. So if I don't get a comment in 2 minutes or a topic in 2 minutes, I'm gonna drop this one, and I'll probably start back and do a free build with a new link. I'll just start back with a new link and do a free build. But I don't want to be blanking. It's not gonna take away from the information. I just have to get this shit off my chest. I do not like these niggas. I don't like them. I don't like them, and I know for. Oh, matter of fact, let's talk about some good stuff. July, right? We will be having ceremony in July. We will be there a week, but we will officially be in the grounds the 25th, the 26th, 27th, 28th. We are having a family day. What that means is we are inviting you and your different families to come out and hang out with us. A lot of people think like, oh, well, will we be doing ceremony with y'all? The answer is a simple, of course not. No, you're not a part of our tribal council. However, there is an opportunity to meet other tribal people from other tribal nations. And if you don't fit where we are, maybe you fit with them, whether it's the Shawnee or the Yamasee, Shatta, Lower Cherokee, Coweta, or the Coweta Band of Muskogee. Like there'll be different groups of people there. So even if you don't fit in with us, you may fit in somewhere else. Now, let's talk about activities. We will be going around the complex, looking at different videos, because they have a video. And what actually happened is they built a building into one of our burial mounds and then attempted to replicate it on the inside. So we want to take people there, let them see how certain mounds were, right? And we'll be able to explain the difference on how the types of mounds change. Where before the ancient world, they weren't hollow, but you can enter them. And later on, there was no entry at all. You will have medicine men. They will speak on you about medicine, how these medicines, are the different plants and how the medicines affect your body, what you can do for health-wise, go over all that good shit, right? Then we have Money's on the phone. He's going to be talking about trade and tradition in these different cultures. So not only genealogy, well, he'll help you, let you know, like, bro, your family shit, your family paperwork, all of this is what you need. But he's going to talk about how trade and tradition is what really unified people. People don't know how tribes actually are created. So we're going to talk about that. Woman circle. We have a women's circle where women together would speak on the production or the things that that women took on their daily lives. So that won't be run by the clan mothers. It literally will be a big circle or conversation where women are, I don't know what women do when they together, fraternize. I don't know how to say it. So also, Pa gonna be there too. Hopefully, show some of that hatchet work. You feel me? People call it tomahawk. Well, I'm from the South, so you feel me? It's tomahawk, but sometimes it's a hatchet. So do the work. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be teaching a lot of things. He's also gonna be teaching about the Yamasee Confederacy and explaining how the Yama, the Wale, and all of these different groups became one in order to combat European intrusion. We're gonna talk about that. If you want to do any activities, peace, what's going on? If you want to do any activities, we have fishing. You can hunt out there. We're gonna be camping. We staying out there. We're gonna be out there for a week. You got hunting, all of that good shit. If you good in sport, our mothers, they love people. So they did say that families will be able to play cowhead, even though it will be played not in the ceremonial way. So while we'll, be playing later that night, it still would be available to show people a game or two, or what's called as the little brother of war. War and ball game are literally the same word, right? So we'll show you how this is played. For the men, it may be similar to football or rugby. You grew up playing it, right? So we have so much to do. Food, you don't have to worry about food from 12 to 4. We'll be feeding everyone. Everyone, I mean everyone. So it's 2 days for you all. That'll be July 26th and 27th. If you are part of a tribal community and would like to stay out there, just hit me up and give me a little bit more information. Tell me what you're trying to do, how long you try to stay. Where does this information go? How do I contact you and let you know that I wish to attend your family day in July? Great question, right? Now, uh, right now, I'm dropping my personal email. Shit got real. All of you that supported my book, you're the reason I now have a personal email. All of you that supported the book, you are now why we have a website. Because if it wasn't for you and your work, we would be doing everything alone. It's so much to do, but it's better when you actually have the community, right? So Wale Origins at the ibahaway.life, that is my personal email. Any questions you have about July, go ahead and send them there. Cause what the play is, shit, but you gotta go back. Like I tell everybody, you gotta go back to that 0 mark and listen to me till I get to about 30 minutes. Cause I've been on this bitch already probably an hour just blanking, bro. I don't even know what I'm talking about no more. So, so there we go. There go the email. Also, I was asked, how many people can I bring? If you're trying to bring more than 6, 7 people, then you have to let me know or let us know, because there are some things that go along with that. We were trying or attempting to limit it to be 4 people. So if anybody's bringing more than 6, 7, 5 is even cool. I'm not, not stressing that. What it really is the space. Right now, I have space for 50, and my auntie, Red Crane, Munt, Pa, Ayla, Reem, Reese, everybody I could ever fucking name said, hey, bro, by the time that shit come by, you're going to have over 100 people. So this is why we're doing the RSVPs now, so I can see if we have to grow or get a bigger space, I can do it now. It's the Virgo in me. I don't want to do it and the shit don't go through or everybody don't show. It's gonna upset me. That's just me. I don't know. When somebody said they're gonna do something, I expect it done. Even if it's not done how I want it to be done, I expect you to do the shit at least. So if you are gonna have a few extra family members, let us know. 3, 4, 5 people, that's not a problem. That's literally what we're expecting. But if it's looking to be looking forward to, there's gonna be 10 of us, let us know. Just add it on there. You ain't gotta be like, hey, bro, do I have to remove somebody? Just put it on there. The more, the better. But the more you got 10 people, y'all last better be bringing something to put on that fucking grill. See shit. You got 6 people. Better be bringing something to get on that grill. Also, if you are coming with your genealogy for any work, or if you're coming to, because if you're coming to enroll, because we only do it in the flesh, our applications are in the flesh. We're only taking families, no individuals. What do you mean? I'll explain. Family is what tribe is built on. Without family, there is no clan, there is no family. So the individual, the burden of proof is on you. I don't care if you got your elders to actually say, this is who we are, this is what was, this is what we meant, this is how we were disenfranchised, blase squaze. It is what it is. Come on, show up. Well, my elders, they don't want to be a part. They want to do what they do. My mom don't want to da-da-da-da. Right. So bring your family work. Bring your family. Though you are coming as an individual, or it appear as an individual, show your family. My phone is dying. I'll be on later. Much love. I'm on 1%. I didn't even fucking know. I'm finna roll up, let it charge. I'll be back on. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.